Amidst all the losses, sometimes you win some. So today, first of all, guys, happy Lunar New Year. I believe the last episode aired before Lunar New Year happened on the 17th, but we are in the Lunar New Year period now through March. So I just want to wish you guys a prosperous, abundant, joyous, healthy, happy, loving, sex-filled, love-filled, happiness-filled, money-filled fucking year. And I think we just got to stick together. I mean, shit is kind of rough, but we're seeing some wins here and there. So with that being said, I'm just going to dive right in. Speaking of wins on our rec checks this week, I have to recap the Winter Olympics because, oh my fucking God, guys. It's so exciting. It's so fucking exciting. I have never been a super fan of the Winter Olympics. I love, of course, ice skating and hockey and stuff like that, but not huge usually into all the other stuff. I'm usually a Summer Olympics type of gal, and you guys, if you know me, you know that I am obsessed with the Summer Olympics. But this year was really fucking cool, you guys. I mean, milestones across the fucking board. First of all, they call themselves the Blade Angels. So the Blade Angels consist of Amber Glenn, who's 26, Alyssa Liu, who's 20, and Isabeau Levito, and she's 18. They're so cute. They're so cute. I just love the energy. This new generation is so exciting to watch, and I just love that all of them are so comfortable with themselves, and you can tell that they I believe Amber Glenn had a quote saying like they hate seeing woke bitches win or some shit like that, and I was like, dude, that's so exciting. Amber Glenn, I believe, is queer. Alyssa Liu, I believe she identifies as alt, and Isabeau states that she's from New Jersey, which is like, all right, that's pretty I mean, you know, we love a regular girl, and, you know, and we also love that these young women are so comfortable in their own skin, and it shows. And the camaraderie and the respect and the joy and the fun that they're out there portraying, loving the things that they do, it's fucking admirable, and it's touching, and it's so moving, and I love to see it. It brings hope, it brings joy, it brings pride. And whether or not, I mean, of course these are American girls, but we love the other countries and their athletes as well, and just good sportsmanship and respect. And it's been a fucking crazy Olympics, and like one of the most memorable, I think. The U.S. men's hockey team won gold against Canada, and this is the first time they've won gold in the Olympics since 1980. And I believe the movie Miracle was about that and all that stuff, but how fucking exciting. I mean, that was really fucking cool to watch the highlights and stuff, and really just exciting in general. And the women's hockey team days ago also won gold against Canada, and I heard there was some tea there where there was like two exes playing against each other, like very heated rivalry. Like, it was, we love to hear that. This Olympics had the most openly queer and gay athletes. I think there was like 49 of them that are openly LGBTQ plus. That's fucking incredible, guys. Fucking incredible. And additionally, we had 3 categories where there were full Asian or Asian American podiums. So it was for the women's snowboard halfpipe. Gold was to Korea, silver was USA, and bronze was Japan. Women's figure skating, gold was the US, and that was Alyssa Liu. Silver was Japan, and bronze was Japan as well. And then today, women's freestyle skiing, gold went to China, silver went to China, and bronze was Great Britain. So fucking amazing representation for Asians out there. And that's really fucking exciting to see. History was being made this Olympics, and I'm just so fucking happy to see that and proud of the athletes from all different countries. And it's really fucking cool to see. Really fucking exciting stuff, guys. And then everybody's talking about it, but there's a baby monkey named Punch in Chiba, Japan, and he was abandoned by his mom, and I guess his caretakers gave him a stuffy that became his emotional support stuffy. And then he was bullied by the other apes, and he was like super lonely and just, it was just like everybody's hearts were breaking across the world, and everyone's like, protect Punch by all means, and like do something to the zookeepers. And it's super fucking cute, but also really sad seeing him bullied and like pushed around and dragged and shit. I was like, oh fuck, it's like Mean Girls, but like mean monkeys, you know? Fucking crazy. But people are just like, do something, interfere. And the zookeeper's like, we fucking can't. Like, this is nature. You just gotta let him integrate into the troop. So I'm proud and very happy to say that he has found some homies in the enclosure, and, you know, he seems like he's adapting well, and I believe he's like let go of his stuffed animals, so now he's just like kicking it with other monkeys, and he's a happy little dude and being comforted and hugged and babied, and I think that it's gonna start to be where he's part of the troop. So yay. I love that we're doing activism for this cute little fucking monkey, but the rest of the world is on fire and we're on fire. But this is like a nice little break to be like, hey, look at that cute fucking monkey. Don't bully him. He's just a little baby man's. But yes, I love that shit. On to tea time. I did state that I was going to do a full episode on Epstein and all of that shit. So that is coming eventually. I got to do more research, make sure I compile all my notes and all that good shit. So it's going to be an extensive dive in, but it's going to take some time. So bear with me. So I'm just going to mention this real quick. In great news, Prince Andrew was arrested on February 19th, which was his birthday. I believe it was his 66th birthday. And he was arrested on suspicion of misconduct in public office. And it said something of him leaking information about stuff that he shouldn't, but there's so many things to call for him to not even be considered in the royal line, which is like, no duh, dude. Like, he already was stripped of his title and all this shit. So it's like, I'm hoping this is like the beginning of when all the dominoes start to fucking fall. So I'm hopeful of that, but we will dive into that, of course, on the deep dive later on. But he was arrested, if he was released, but man, the picture of him in the back of the car, he looks like he's seen a ghost. He looks like he is a ghost. And it brings some satisfaction. And I remember waking up my baby for work, and the first thing I was like, I think it was Friday for her, and I was like, hey, I have some news. And my baby's really big on like the royal family, not in that sense, like she just has a vast knowledge of that shit. So I was just like, hey, you want some good news to wake up to? And she's like, yeah, whatever, just half asleep. And I was like, hey, he was arrested. And she was like, oh shit. She's like, no fucking way. And like, Avi, best day, like one of the best days. Obviously we're waiting for other news for what will be the best fucking day. You guys all know what the fuck I'm talking about. So once that happens, celebrations, champagne popped, parties had, etc., etc. But yeah, this will be good for now. In other news and in more sad news, rest in peace Eric Dane and Robert Duvall. Eric Dane passed away from ALS. He left a super touching message to his daughters, you know, talking about how he's been trying to fight and how much he loves them and all of that. And it just goes to show, like, you know, we talked about James Van Der Beek last time, but even though you're a celebrity, the US healthcare system is still shit, and even celebrities can't fucking make it and are just falling like flies. So yeah, rest in peace Eric Dane, and rest in peace Robert Duvall. Snooki from Jersey Shore also announced that she has stage 1 cervical cancer, wishing her a speedy recovery, and hopefully she gets the care that she needs. And then Shia LaBeouf was arrested in New Orleans celebrating Mardi Gras for getting into a fight and allegedly called the victim a bunch of homophobic slurs. Additionally, Mia Goth is filing for divorce. I guess this happened in 2025, which I think is fucking great for her. They've apparently been married for 9 years. They met on the set of Nymphomaniac. When she was 18, he was 27. So he's problematic as fuck. Come on, guys. He's been like not the best fucking dude. So it's so interesting that the news left out all the parts about him saying homophobic slurs and all this crazy shit. Why, bro? Like, sorry, do you need to make this man that is awful look better than he is? Like, I don't really understand the reasoning behind that. But yeah, good for Mia Goth. She is very talented, and I hope that she finds her own way. And she's been in a bunch of stuff recently and is kind of climbing to fame herself. So good fucking riddance. Get rid of that fucking sack of shit and let's move on with our lives. And then in hilarious news, someone who sounds suspiciously like Trump named John Barron called into C-SPAN to complain about the Supreme Court's decision regarding his tariffs being unlawful and shit. I just want to say, what in the old people bullshit? Who calls into C-SPAN to complain? And also, when you're the president of the United States, that's fucking funny, dude. That's so fucking funny. To reference an article by Amy Howe from SCOTUSblog.com, by a vote of 6-3, the justices ruled that the tariffs exceed the powers given to the president by Congress under a 1977 law providing him the authority to regulate commerce during national emergencies created by foreign threats. The court did not weigh in, however, on whether or how the federal government should provide funds to the importers who have paid the tariffs, estimated in 2025 at more than $200 billion. So I think he maybe found like a loophole or something that was like, oh, you know, now I'm just gonna impose a 15% global tariff. Like, dude, shut the fuck up and sit down, bro. Like, this is embarrassing. This is fucking embarrassing, guys. But more news to come there. I saw one post on IG talking about this one business owner. He was pretty much saying like, well, based on the tariffs, we raised our prices and we're gonna get a fat refund check for this. So win-win for everybody. I was like, fuck off, dude. Just so you guys know, if you see business owners doing that, make sure you fucking boycott them, because not only have they already taken advantage of you by price gouging, now they're gonna be like, oh cool, now I get money back and you get shit. So fuck that, you guys. But yeah, that's all for tea time. On to Release Your Inner Bitches. I only have one this week, and it has to do with one of the pre-announcements for Pokemon. So Pokemon's 30th anniversary is officially on February 27th, and they celebrated by releasing kind of like a preview thing, being like, oh guys, get excited for this shit, okay? So if it's not a clear statement of Nintendo's greed and just in general taking advantage of the popularity of Pokemon and loyalty of Pokemon fans, they announced Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green. So you were like, oh cool, is that going to be part of the virtual console? Which, mind you, we already pay for. You pay for another membership in order to get more of the virtual consoles. So not just that, this is not part of that, by the way. So it's $20 per game with no improvements to the original Game Boy Advance gameplay. The games are not included in the Nintendo Switch Online Game Boy Advance catalog, so you have to buy it separate. Language locking is a huge thing, so digital versions require separate purchases to access different languages. Now that's really fucked up. I've told you guys before, the Switch 2 being so fucking expensive is already a fucking issue, and now you guys are gonna fucking do this? That's insane, dude. I'm not fucking buying it. At first I was like pretty excited about it, and then reading more about it, that's really fucking upsetting actually. So no, fuck that shit. We'll see what Nintendo and Pokemon also announce next week, but unless they make a brand new Pokemon game that's like a little bit different format, or release Soul Silver and Heart Gold, something like that, where it's like better, remade but better, like unless they do some shit like that, I'm fucking out, dude. I don't give a shit. I will continue to play what I have because I still have Arceus that I need to finish, and I still have all these other games that I need to finish, so I'm good, bro. Like, I'm not gonna spend my fucking hard-earned money on that bullshit. So on to the wins for the week, month, year. I did get to see my friend Jessica. It's been more than a year since I've seen her, actually since I got laid off from my previous job. I haven't seen her in forever. I love that girl. Her energy is infectious, and I just love it. It was so nice seeing her. It was like no time had passed at all. I went to Torrance to meet her up, and we got to finally try King's Hawaiian restaurant. You know King's Hawaiian, like the bread rolls and shit? Bro, they have a restaurant and a bakery in Torrance, and that shit was so good. So fucking good. Worth the drive for sure, and just worth the drive to see her in general. Like, she's one of those people that I'm super grateful to have met and to have connected with. She is wonderful. She's a good fucking person. She stands on her shit. You know, she's protested against ICE. Like, this girl is a boss bitch through and through. And so, Jessica, I love you, girl. Like, thank you for making time for me. And yeah, that was like probably the biggest win of the week for me. My other win is that I'm just really fucking happy for all the athletes, like across the board, that won medals, competed their ass off. Like, this was a really fucking exciting Olympics to watch, you know, and I'm just so proud of all the athletes in general. And you guys have really made your mark and really made your statements this year, and super fucking proud to be able to watch that and cheer you guys on. So good job, everybody. And lastly, I just want to say happy birthday, Juliana, my friend. Her birthday was on the 17th, and she is also just a wonderful fucking person. This is like examples of some of the best people you can meet will be from workplaces that are awful. So I'm just really fucking grateful to have met them, and I hope you have an amazing birthday, girl. Like, you are so loved, and I have so much admiration for you, and I hope you get every single thing that you wish for, because you fucking deserve it, girl. So the last segment is advice for future generations. I think Alyssa Liu really showed it best by doing something that she loves, and she's good at it, but she did it on her own terms. She retired, came out of retirement, and hit hit up her coaches and we're like, hey, I want to fucking come back. And they're like, I don't think that's a good idea. And she's like, nah, fuck it, I'm gonna come back. But if I do come back, I want to do it on my own terms. I don't want to fucking starve myself, you know, for nothing. I don't want to fucking feel this way. Like, I'm gonna do shit my way, and I'm gonna look how I look and present how I want to present. And they were like, okay. And then she fucking won gold, bro. And then the exhibition show was hilarious. Like, overall, like, it was such a joy to watch all these skaters skate without the pressures and being silly and hilarious. And it was just so fucking cool to watch, dude. I fucking loved it. I don't think I have advice this week. I think I just admire this generation so much for being their authentic selves and not caring about other people's expectations of them and just really being their own independent selves. Like, I feel like with parents that are millennials, possibly maybe they're learning from how our parents kind of fucked us up to be authentically themselves and to not, you know, feel any type of way. So yeah, I love that. You know, I love seeing that, and I'm here for it, and it's really fucking cool to see. And I support all of the new generation that feels comfortable in their own skin and really doesn't listen to the naysayers. So yeah, good job, guys. So yeah, with that being said, I just want to wish you guys an amazing week and month ahead. It's almost fucking March. Oh my God. This year is flying by, but hopefully more good news ahead of everything. So yeah, until next time, keep winning.